Hi folks, this is Dan Carroll with Berkshire Hathaway Synergy Realty here in Colorado Springs. I'm here today with Juice Ortiz and we are talking about CHAC, a little program to help you get your down payment in order so that you can buy a house in this crazy market that we got going on right now. Now, Juice, we've gone over a lot of good information the last couple weeks, but this is our last video. Are there any stipulations or any questions that you wish people would ask you about, about CHAC that you want to go over real quick?
Yeah, there's one thing that's critical to know, and that is the amount of money you have will come into play. So let's say your first mortgage, you have a $2,000 mortgage, including taxes and insurance. That's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. You want to double that to 2 months, and that's what we're going to call reserves. So whatever your reserve amount is there, when you look at your savings account, say you have $4,000 in reserves, if you have $4,000 in your savings account, you're not going to be required to bring in any additional money than that minimum skin in the game that we talked about last week. But say you have $10,000 in your savings account, then you're going to be expected to bring in another $6,000 to make up that difference, coming down to the 2-month reserve amount. Say your mortgage payment is $2,500 a month, well then you'll double that to a $5,000 reserve, and say you have 10, you're going to come down $5,000. Now if it's close, say we're talking about the $2,000 a month example first, say you have $4,600 in your account, they're not going to bring it down to the penny and expect you to get every penny out of that $600. They will work with you, but it's on a case-by-case basis. So you'll want to call them, and I have their phone number. We can give it out. Dan can probably get it to you too, and you'll be able to work with them on that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Juice. I'm glad we went over that. Now, one last quick question. I'm sure that you hear some questions a lot. So what are the most common questions you hear? And I'm sure there has to be something that you wish people would ask you. So please.
I will say number one is, that's real? So yes, there's a bunch of down payment assistance programs. We call them DPAs. CHAFA here in Colorado is the biggest one that we know of. CHAC is probably the next biggest one because it's statewide. If you live out in Durango or other parts of the state, there are other DPAs that are work only within certain counties. So there's a lot of options for you to look at. The biggest question, though, that you want to ask yourself is, does my mortgage broker that I'm working with, does their underwriter or the mortgage company they broker to, does their underwriter work with CHAC? Because CHAC is not going to piggyback or take a second position on with another lender or bank that they don't partner with.
Wow. That's good to know. Thank you. Thank you, Juice. All right. Yeah, well, is there anything else, or have we pretty much covered all of it?
I think that's a pretty good, thorough explanation these last 3 weeks of CHAC. If you have any more questions, give Dan a call. He knows how to get in touch with me. I'd love to chat with you too, and I can put you in touch with the people over there.
Excellent. All right. Well, folks, that's it for our little 3-part series on CHAC. So if you think that can help you and you're curious about getting a strategy in place or just want to get started, I'm Dan Carroll. I'm the realtor that works, so give me a call, 719-651-2628, and put me, and put Juice as well, put us to work for you.